Do your kids get a say in custody? My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues right here in Michigan. And today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. And one of the things we do is we take questions from the public, and sometimes they shed light on some very interesting things like, do your kids have a say in the custody? Well, remember one thing. Older children, while they might have a voice, your younger ones aren't going to have a say. Any more so than they have a say in whether or not they take the medicine from the doctor or whether or not they go to school. They don't have a say. Once you reach a certain age, they do have a say in that the court is permitted to listen to and consider the expressed preference of a minor child, usually age 12 and older. But that doesn't mean they get to decide that issue. That means that they get to weigh in. And the court's going to look at that as one of a dozen other factors. And there's 11 other factors above and beyond what the kid has to say about it. And the court is going to determine what weight to give to each of those factors. If the court gives them equal weight and the child says, I want to be with mom, but there's another factor where the child says, where it makes more sense for the child to go with dad. So now those factors, which are in the eye of the court weighted equally, the fact that the minor child may not carry the day because there's other factors involved. So you've got to look at this. The court will balance safety, stability, health, the welfare, all of these things the court's going to balance out. Remember one thing, why a child, particularly let's say a teenager, why a child may decide I want to go with dad instead of mom or mom instead of dad, the reason that underlies that might not be something that's ultimately in the best interest of the child. I'll give you the classic example. Dad is running a pretty strict household with a lot of rules. He insists on meals being eaten at a certain time, homework being done by a certain time, bedtime being honored by a certain time. Mom's running Disneyland. She got no rules at all, couldn't care less. Well, I can see a child of teenage years wanting to go with mom. It's more fun. They get to stay up all night talking to their friends. They get to do whatever they want. She doesn't care. I can see wanting to go to that environment. But you know what? The court could very well rule that's not in the best interest of the child. That only serves their immediate teenage interests, and we have a much broader view of that. I can also see a situation where dad says, you know what, if you're good, I'm going to buy you a car when you turn 16. Mom doesn't have the resources or the ability or inclination to make that promise. You know what? I can see the kid saying, I want to go with dad because I want that car. But you cannot buy the custody determination. And the court realizes that. So just because the child has a preference doesn't necessarily mean that the court is going to honor it. In a lot of situations, the court will take the child in chambers, ask, who do you want to be with? I want to be with my mom. Okay. Why? Well, blah, blah, blah. Well, do you love your parents equally? Yes, I do. Do they love you equally? Well, yes, they do. So what's the real reason why? It could be a legitimate reason. It could be at this age, I feel that, my mom understands me a little better. I can see, maybe it's a girl and maybe the girl needs her mom. I can see that. Or maybe the other way around, maybe the son is at an age where he's just not getting along with the dad, so he sees more eye to eye with the mom. There are legitimate reasons for it. The court is going to get into what it is. But remember, express preference of a minor child is only one, and there's 11 other factors, and they are not necessarily weighted evenly. If you have any questions about your case, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.
248-588-3333. 248